Blessings, hope all is well, hope our life is treating you good. And here's the situation for today and the learning process for today. And a problem solver. This is how my notes, I put that out so people can think that I have to do all that, basically. But this is all I have to do. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's all I have to do. I don't need to do anything else. I don't need to read all that. I just simply already read all that and I lay it down so people think I'm reading from all that. That's my new thing. I'm gonna market myself. I'm gonna market myself a little bit slower than everybody else, okay? Anyways, constitutional protected activity, basically. How are they going to falsely arrest you if you're protecting your constitutional right when you're passing out certain things that are talking about certain things or issuing certain things to the public about certain things in your area? Um, Say, for instance, if it's for your protection, that's constitutional protected activity, basically. If you're passing out things for your protection as a citizen, and then you layer it with press, basically. You make a flyer, basically, and you're doing video, and at the same time, every person in the area, in the community, has the videos and they're downloading the videos. That's your media, basically. That's your idea of a media company. And to protect yourself, because it's locally, you pass out flyers which will basically constitutionally protect you. So let me give you the side effects of if they do something false. When it goes to court, the prosecutor has to put his primarily request to the state, basically, and state probable cause for you being arrested for basically your constitutional situation, basically. Let's call it constitutional situation. Now, they're going to need a witness. Then they're going to need witnesses. Who were the witnesses, and what was the thing? They're going to have to need the witness from the police officer and the body camera, and they're going to have to need the witnesses from the public and the shops and the things that are passing out, the flyers, and the witnesses from the other prosecutors that got your situation, and the other police stations outside the state that got your situation, basically. So you're blocking someone's constitutionally protected activity. So you're blocking another constitutional protection activity. You're blocking a church's, uh, um, and you're walking into churches, and you're not checking those places, so you don't have any probable cause to make sure that you're not doing something where you're going against somebody's constitutional right. Are you checking the churches? Are you checking the numbers? Are you checking the other prosecutors, the other federal agents? Basically, that's probable cause for something else. What do you think that is? It's both another charge also, but that's the charge on the person that's basically doing the problem. The Constitution blocking the constitutional protection of the person, and that person is considered oppressed because he's passing things out. Just like, say, for instance, this case, a third procedural requirement requiring a ban on 30-party standing prohibited generalized governance that are ruled that the primary seeking victim must zone interest protected the state question. Let's see this now. Requirement applies to a person challenging the administrative agency does not directly control of a person's actions. Does not directly control the person's actions. Assume that the constitutional standard requirements are met, the plaintiff may be sued if show that within the group intended to benefit from the statute. For example, if there is a statute preventing a widget companies from selling law books, and law books company might be sued to challenge. Basically, there's different kind of requirements of constitution protected things, but we're just doing it as a simple thing as passing flyers out, basically. So, but check this out. That was what I was talking about was law. You're also a person that talks about law stuff now, and you're a person that does law research because you have something called the probabilism laws thing, where you're doing your law research that states also how the area is a police state and how to properly navigate that. So you're doing the same thing as like these people where you're also selling law books. So you're doing a combination of everything. Video, writing, flyers, basically. And that cannot be blocked. And if you choose to block it by doing something other than an arrest, like say for instance, placing someone in an institution or doing something no, that is what considered blocking someone's constitutional right. Also, that's murder. So wherever that person appears on school, a Family Dollar, um, at a law school, a library, you can't block that. And the problem is you have to worry about the witnesses. You can't block witnesses also. There's too many witnesses. When the prosecutor calls for witnesses, there's too many witnesses, guys. What crime, what witnesses, preponderance, basically. And when in the preliminary hearing, you're going to have to go against other prosecutors, barbershops, people walking in colleges, and emails, and thousands of churches, and thousands of viewers, basically, and thousands of people downloading hour-long movies and short things on YouTube. Call those witnesses in court, okay?